What's up, Hearts and Hardos? It's a very special one for episode 72. Spinny, tell them what we're doing, man.
Yeah, if you are watching on YouTube, you are wilding at the screen right now. We are back with Fantasy Draft Year 2. Got some of the same, some of the different, but we've got all the boys from the past have been on the pod. So we are going to bring you something fun. Who's going to have the crappiest draft? Somebody shoot it out right now. That's what I want to know.
Chase Richter.
Fetty. Chase.
Two votes for Chase. Fetty, 2-2. Fetty and Chase.
Probably Spinny.
Come on. Ooh, 2-2-1.
Hey, we just got to stop Dan Gutzmer, man. No more back-to-backs. Can't let him win again. Facts right there.
No back-to-backs. Fetty's going to have the worst draft. I'll break the tie. That's 3-2. Sucks for you, Fetty. All right, boys. Before we start, let's do what we do every episode and hear from the Jack.
All right. I think it's time, Spin, huh? Should we get this draft started?
Yes, I do have to interrupt one time. Dan Gutzmer, past champ, brought this up before the show, so I do have to throw it out there for all the Hardies and Hardos. If you didn't check out the Nebraska Volleyball Day, 90,000 in a football stadium watching it.
92, it did put on TV. 92 broke the record for attendance in a female sporting event in the world.
Wild.
Yeah.
Absolutely wild from them. If you haven't checked it out, check it out. And now we can move on to what we came here to do, and it is time for the draft.
It's time, y'all.
All I got to say, Dan, is you better not choke this pick.
Before I click start draft.
What? You're going to ruin my intro like that?
Let's cheers, man.
Fine.
Cheers, fellas.
Cheers to that.
All right, let's get it.
Cheers to Fetty Bus, your 2023 fantasy champion. All right, Dan.
I'm not drinking to that, by the way, so I'm sorry.
All right, you're on the clock, bro. I started it.
All right, first up, I'm going to have to go with pretty much the obvious pick, Justin Jefferson. I guess there's not a whole lot to say about that pick.
Let's go.
Ron.
Deep down, I want to go with Beussman because I love Texas. He's my boy. No, I'm not gonna. I'm going with McCaffrey. But I want to go with Beussman.
Okay, explain this to me. Beussman made it to pick 16 in a guillotine league I'm in. Could not believe it. I got him at pick 16.
I can't explain that one to you.
Unreal.
That is unbelievable.
That's insane.
All right, Fetty.
All right, it's me. Man. I'm going to go a guy who's been top 2 at his position last 2 years and added the great Kellen Moore to his offense. Austin Eckler will be my first pick.
Al.
All right. Well, I feel like you guys made this pick very easy for me. I'm going to go ahead and select Jamar Chase. This guy literally has every opportunity to be the wide receiver 1. He's facing touchdown regression. He was injured last year, and sure, Joe Burrow's, there's talk about his calf right now, but I'm not worried about that. The talent's there. He's amazing. I'm going to go ahead and select Jamar.
All right, Brett, what do you got?
Oh, I don't know if I should take Kelsey here, if I should go Tyreek. It's a hard one, but I think I'm gonna take Kelsey. It's just another receiver in a tight end position, so it's pretty much an extra wide receiver spot for me. I got to do it.
Don't hate it. Don't think you can go wrong there.
I think at this spot, I'm kind of thinking, I don't know what you guys think about inch spot, but I think I'm going to go Cooper Kupp at this spot. I think Tyreek Hill's an interesting choice. I mean, I think the Dolphins, it seems like they're kind of in there's rumors they're trying to get JT from the Colts. Obviously, that didn't happen, but I just think Cooper Kupp coming back after some injuries last year. I mean, clearly Stafford's favorite target. He's going to get the looks, so I think it's tough not to go with Cooper Kupp here.
Can Stafford throw the ball? Is his elbow going to be okay, or?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
I mean, I think he throws it injured as well as Tua throws it healthy.
You think so? Tua balled last year, man. I think you're hating. When he was healthy, come on.
You can't trust a lefty quarterback.
Hey, bro, what do you got to say about that, man? Can't trust a lefty?
He's not wrong. I mean, how many lefty quarterbacks are good?
Joe Montana, is that right? That's pretty much
Steve Young.
Not a lot.
Steve Young, that's what I was meaning, yep.
Mike Vick was good.
Yeah,
too.
Mike fucking Vick. What are we talking about here?
Yeah.
Not known for his passing necessarily.
Yeah, I suppose you're right.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
All right, Forbes, what do you got? You
The
got
class
muted.
is muted.
Shit, man.
All right. I'll make it quick. I was gonna go Barkley here, but Tyreek's still on the board. I feel like he's one of the safest wide receivers there is, especially in that offense with Tua and Mike McDaniel. So I think I can snag one of these RBs on the way back. So we're gonna go Tyreek.
Hate it.
You can't pick while paused?
Nope.
Okay.
All right, fellas. I think I am gonna, take a flyer on Beyond here. I think their passing game is going to be garbage with Ritter and Heineke, and he is going to get a lot of work. Chubb, I think. I want to go running back, and I think with Watson kind of potentially having a good year back here, I think Chubb's touches are going to get eaten into. So we're going with Beyond.
Let's go.
Love the pick, Smelly.
Don't give him to Spinny. That's what we love.
This is a tough one for me. I think Saquon's going to get more of a target carry load than Bijan is even. And I like him as a player a lot, but I have stock in him in a couple other leagues. And one guy I don't have stock in yet, who I think could still be the focal point of the offense, was Stefanski, because I still think they're going to run the ball 55% of the time, is Nick Chubb. So we're going to go Nick Chubb here.
Oof. Good pick. All right. I think I'm just going to go with the guy who's just been one of the leaders the last few years, obviously in fantasy points every year for receiver. I'm going to go with Diggs, high-powered offense. It's kind of a safe pick, I feel like.
This kid picks the same guys every year.
Literally.
And then we're going to pair him with another guy, high-powered offense, A.J. Brown. I'm going to go wide receiver heavy.
Man, Chase. You're going to make me pick this man because I can't leave him anymore. So
you going RB?
Yeah, we definitely are going RB. But before we do that, because Chase messed it up, classic Richter move, and picked both his guys. But we're gonna go back first and go through the first round, give a little quick summary, and it's only right, I think, that Bus gives the first round ratings for us.
What is that? What's that supposed to mean?
You're the co-host of the show. What do you mean? What is that supposed to mean?
That was a diss in some way.
No. What? Come on.
Dan Timm, he took the best player in the world, Justin Jefferson. CMC went 2. Austin Eckler went 3. Jamar Chase 4. Travis Kelce 5. Cooper Kupp 6. Tyreek Hill 7. John Robinson 8. Nick Chubb 9, and Stephon Diggs, last pick of your first round.
All right, boys.
Cheers, y'all.
Cheers.
I'm well on my way to a ship. We love it.
More like last place, bro.
Hey, chill.
What do we got for drinks out there? I see Vin with a Stella. What else do we got?
We got some brews here.
Some bush lattes.
Bush latte is boring.
Chase is drinking Richter
Or just
water.
drinking water.
Straight water.
Hell yeah.
Water here.
Hell yeah.
Some sour beer or something that I found in the fridge.
Let's go. For all y'all drinking water, sheesh, that's tough on you.
Some of us got to
All
be up at 5 a.m. tomorrow, Spin.
Yeah, sorry it's a week. Sorry it's a weekday, bro.
State-dependent memory. You perform better during the season if you draft in the condition you're going to be in on Sunday. So, yeah.
Facts. I like it. I like it. Okay. Got to do this here. I think the Chubb and Saquon combo is way too good. The share of targets and carries they're going to get, it's going to be unreal. So, got to do it.
Yeah, I want to go running backs. It's a lot deeper, or not as deep as receivers. So Tractor Cito is sitting there. I'm going to go with it. They got a new offensive coordinator this year, Tim Kelly. Maybe pass the ball a little more, but I don't know if I buy that. So Tractor Cito it is.
Okay, Tractor Cito. What am I missing here? Give it to me. Give me the reasoning on that.
I feel like that's how they refer to him on, like, pardon my take, Tractor Cito. You just hook up the plow and let him go, the tractor.
Love it. Forbes, what are you gonna screw up here?
I'm gonna reach a little bit. I thought one of those RBs would land.
No, they wouldn't,
and they did not. So we are gonna go a running back. I think could have a really, really good year. Everyone talked about when Zeke's gone, Tony Pollard's the next guy up. I think he could have just as good of a season as all these other RBs taken. So we're gonna go Pollard.
I don't
You're
think
not
that's
worried about increased usage ruining his efficiency or anything like that. No Kellen Moore, Mike McCarthy calling plays.
I think that's better for Pollard and worse for Dak. Sorry.
Is Kellen Moore is so overrated.
Shut the fuck up. That's a terrible take.
Mike McCarthy's underappreciated.
Mike McCarthy sucks at play calling.
Hey,
He's
look at
awful.
compare his resume to Sean Payton's. Tell me whose is better.
All right, Ron, we can't take your opinion.
Same coach.
We're gonna solve
They
that.
are, exactly, but who gets more respect?
Because Peyton's better in crucial situations. McCarthy's
Is he,
end of game management makes me want to throw up on a weekly
No,
basis.
okay.
Yeah, as
That's
a
a fair
Packer
point.
fan, I will second that very hard.
That
Thank
NFC
you,
Championship game fucking kills me.
Yeah. So I think that's part of it is Peyton comes off
But
as
what the fuck's that got to do with fantasy?
what? What'd you say?
Anyways,
All right, moving on.
Alrighty. I'm going to kind of follow in a little bit of a Forbes footsteps and maybe reach a little bit here. I'm going to go down and get Garrett Wilson. I think with the addition of A-Rod over there, I mean, I think he had a great season last year with ghost of a quarterback. I think he's primed for a big season, and from the receivers ahead of him, I mean, Adams, he's got a big question mark with Garoppolo, his quarterback. CeeDee Lamb with the Cowboys, I mean, who knows what Dak you're going to get on a day-to-day basis. I think with Garrett Wilson just having consistency at quarterback, I think that's kind of just the deciding factor for me.
Rodgers' arm is gone. It's done. I'd rather have Zach Wilson. That's all I got.
Okay.
Well, deal with that.
That's tough.
Deal with that.
That's a little bit of a ridiculous take, but I was going to ask a question along the same lines to the group. How many of us think the Jets are going to make the playoffs? That's what I want to know.
I truly do
For
think,
sure.
I think so.
I'm putting money on them.
I don't know. They're in a tough division. I mean, Miami's not going to be any pushover this year. I mean,
Buffalo and New
mean,
England both
Their
look
offensive line is a little suspect.
trash.
that's fair.
Yeah.
I mean, that's definitely a fair. But
It'll be interesting. That's for sure.
And is Salah a good coach? I don't
back
know.
with Hackett as the OC, I mean, Rodgers and Hackett did some good things in Green Bay. I think with Rodgers in a situation where he's comfortable, he kind of just controls what he wants to control and basically just does what he wants to do out there. Doesn't have anyone else affect him.
What does everybody think about what Sean had to say coming into Denver?
I mean, that's kind of a low blow.
Yeah.
I feel like
Sean
it's
Payton's
super
a piece of
unnecessary.
crap.
Like, what benefit do you get from that comment? All you're going to do is give bulletin board material. Doesn't
Does
help you
anyone
in
like
in
Sean
the
Payton?
slightest.
Sean Payton's a scumbag.
Yeah.
Yes, I hate
No
him.
Vikings fans like Sean Payton.
Nuh-uh.
You
I'm a
cannot
Packer fan and I
hate
hate
all you
him.
want, but Sean
Thank you.
Payton's a great coach. That's all I gotta say. You cannot like him, you can hate him, but he's a really good coach, and I would take him on my football team. That's all I gotta
Sean
say.
Payton better just hope they win more games than they won last year because they're not going to be very good.
They're gonna win 10 games. It's my hot take of the year. 10 games for Denver. All right. We've taken too long, so let's go back to Brett so he can mess up his pick on the backs of Travis
Take
Kelce.
Mahomes. Get the stack, Brett. You're muted too.
Yeah, you're muted. You.
Yeah, I'm definitely not going to take Patrick Mahomes yet.
What?
No. Someone can have him. I don't like taking quarterback early. I'm more of a late round QB type of guy. And also, I don't really think I want a wide receiver right here. I think I'm going to go one of these last two running backs. Probably going to pick Jacobs here. I always like to get wide receivers later in the draft. There's so many good people you can pick up and plug in every week, but running backs are pretty thin throughout the year.
Yeah. Honestly, there's a guy that I'm surprised that's still on the board, and I'm not. I mean,
Don't do it.
I'm completely satisfied with taking wideouts here, so I'm going to take CeeDee Lamb.
What is this bullshit?
I'm surprised he's still on the board, honestly. This guy was a top 5 wideout last year, and he is the de facto one. And now he has Brandon Cooks to help take pressure off of him. I personally think they're going to pass a lot, even though, yes, Tony Pollard is going to feed this year, in my opinion. But CeeDee Lamb is too talented of a wide receiver. Every year he's been in the league, he's improved from what he's done since a rookie. I mean, this guy he literally has every opportunity to also be the wide receiver one. So in my opinion, I have two top five wideouts.
That was my pick, man. That's messed up. I will take, though, I think I'm going to go Devontae Adams, 5 straight years, 83 plus. 83 plus yards per game for Devontae Adams with 61 touchdowns in the last 5 years. That's just absurd. I don't think it really changes with Jimmy Garoppolo. So I'm going Devontae Adams.
I mean, he was finished wide receiver 3 in 2018 and had Brett Hundley as his quarterback half that year. So I mean,
yeah, exactly.
Not too worried about that.
The Packer fan doesn't get Devontae Adams, though. That makes me happy.
Yep, that's another reason why I did it.
Now I don't love anything I see at the top. Honestly, I'm gonna go kind of boomer bust. I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go with Gibbs.
Yes. 2-9.
Damn.
I don't love anything else at the top. Give it a shot.
All right, Dan.
I'm with you, Ron. I also don't really like anything at the top 5-6 players here that's still left on the board. So I'm actually going to go down to Jalen Waddle to finish out round 2 here.
It's a good pick.
Man, I thought the back half of the third round would get shots at Jalen Waddle. Dang, I love that pick, honestly. Okay, so now the second round is done. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. And we're going to go with whoever I think has the worst team. And this is going to go back to bite me in instantly. So we're going to say...
You have the worst team, so you might as well just read it.
No. We're going to say Ron. I think the Jahmyr Gibbs is the biggest reach. So we're going to go with Ron right now.
That's not good. What am I supposed to do?
You have to read the start to the end of the second round.
Okay. Pick one in the second round. We have A.J. Brown. Then we have Saquon Barkley by Spinny. Horrible pick. Then Derrick Henry goes, followed by Tony Pollard, followed by Garrett Wilson, who I was really hoping would somehow make it to me, but he didn't. Followed by Josh Jacobs, then CeeDee Lamb, then my boy Devontae, who also did not fall to me. And then I admittedly did reach for Gibbs, but I don't know. I have faith. And then to close out the round, Jalen Waddle.
All right. Let's cheers it up. Come on.
Cheers, boys.
Keep you all lit on the pod.
On to round 3.
All right, Dan. Let's hear it.
Still up at the board. It's still pretty bad. I guess I could probably reach for a running back, Jonathan Taylor and Najee Harris around there. I really don't like either one of those, so I'm still going to stick with another wide receiver, Amon-Ra St. Brown. I'm not a huge fan because he's pretty injury prone, but I think that's the best pick at this point.
Yeah,
That's a
three number ones are-
wild. Dan is copying the Spinny formula from mock draft 1.0 when I went 3 straight running backs, except he's going 3 straight receivers as the number 1 pick. Wild. But those receivers, I love all of them, other than the injury proneness of St. Brown, obviously, like you said. But all 3 of those guys, if they're healthy, are ridiculous.
ones.
I'm going to do something I literally don't think I've ever done in fantasy football.
You're going to go 3 straight running backs?
No, I was thinking about it, but I'm going to pick a quarterback this high.
Woo!
Jordan Love. Here we go.
Patty's off the board, huh?
Yes, sir.
Percocet Patty.
You couldn't have let him slide.
You were going to take him. I knew you were.
Yeah, I mean, I wanted to wait till the 3rd round at least.
Federal?
Man, I am torn. I am so torn here. You know, I think I'm going to go the same route. I never do this either, but I'm taking the guy I picked to win MVP this year. That is Jalen Hurts, the boy.
Oh,
Keep
man.
picking those receivers. Or keep picking those quarterbacks.
Here.
Give me some good
I gotta
players.
go with
Hold up. What did you just say, Spinny?
I said keep picking those quarterbacks, baby. We like that. We like you picking those quarterbacks. Keep picking
Get out
them.
of here.
Keep picking them.
Yeah. So a guy that I absolutely, in my opinion, have to take here is Chris Olave. Okay, so Chris Olave last year, he was, I believe, a leader in yards per route run. I mean, he was up there with Tyreek Hill and Justin Jefferson. This guy is primed for a breakout. He's a deep ball. I mean, he's so good at the deep ball, honestly. And now he has Derek Carr, Derek Carr, sure, he was benched last year, but
better than Andy Dalton.
Yeah, he's much better than Andy Dalton, and he's got a better deep ball than Andy Dalton. And I think that he's going to have an absolute career year 2, a breakout year. And I'm absolutely satisfied with this pick. I didn't expect to go 3 wideouts, but the way the board landed, I had to take the value.
You trust Derek Carr?
I don't trust Derek Carr as much as I trust Chris Olave.
Ooh, okay.
Man.
I know Fetty over there is a confirmed Derek Carr hater, so I just had to.
He sucks.
He does not suck. Get out of here. He's better than Kirk.
Well, he's not a top 10 quarterback like you think, but whatever.
He's better than Kirk, though.
No chance.
Brett, get after it.
Oh, I hate all these people on the board right now. I'm not gonna lie. I think I'm gonna do something I never do either. I'm just gonna go ahead and take Josh Allen. Yep.
You've taken those quarterbacks. We like that.
Yeah.
I feel you, dog.
Yeah.
Dan?
All right. I'm not 100% sure where I want to go with this. Just kind of forecasting to next round picks, trying to see what I can get there. So I think I'm going to go with Travis Etienne. I think the Jags are going to be one of the most improved teams. I know they made playoffs last year and had a pretty good end of the season. I just think he'll get a lot of targets out of the backfield. They do a lot of fun things with him in their offense. He's going to get touches, so I'm just kind of hoping for the best with that. I don't love, obviously, the Jonathan Taylor situation, and Najee Harris who knows if he's even going to be the number 1 running back in Pittsburgh this year. So,
Man, a lot of running backs at the top. Forbes?
Yeah, no, I don't really love anybody else here either, and I'm not really a QB early guy. I think we're gonna go Mark Andrews. I know that they added. I know Odell's there. Zay Flowers, they drafted in the first. Rashad Bateman's back and healthy, but I still think Mark Andrews is the man there. And the tight ends are really shallow. So, gonna get one of the better ones.
They're going to throw a lot this year, too. They're going to throw more.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
I was just gonna say that was kind of where I was wanting to go there too. Yeah.
Who's saying fuck it and taking Jonathan Taylor? Someone's got to do it.
I'm not that brave. Shoot.
It's a tough one here, Vin, isn't it?
It is. It is. Nothing looks great. I do want to start getting some receivers here at some point, though. And out of everybody
Take
else.
Heisman winner. He's there. He wants to be on your team, Calvin.
Who is that? Sorry.
The Heisman winner. Devontae Smith.
He's Alabama. I'm a Georgia boy. You know.
Ah,
Are you you're a Bulldog?
I am a Bulldog fan.
All right,
I'm gonna go with
right now.
I'm gonna go with T. Higgins. T. Higgins. I think he'll still get some touches complimenting Jamar Chase. So safe.
man, this is shaping out good for me. As long as Chase does his classic Chase thing and doesn't take my guy, I'm going to be rocking here because I'm going to take the Heisman winner, Devontae Smith. I love the Eagles offense. Think he's going to get a lot of open one-on-one looks. And it's mostly about health for him, I think, as far as fantasy production goes. Chase?
All right.
Spinny, before Chase picks, if he would have been smart, you would have picked him the next round because you knew Chase wasn't going to take Devontae Smith.
True, but
AJ Brown, so he wouldn't take both.
Yeah, true. But I think this gives you're right. But I also don't think Chase is going to take this other guy either. So we'll see.
Good fucking call, Dan.
Let's see. What do you
I
got?
roasted Spinny up.
Get roasted by me. Bad draft strategy.
All right. So for the final pick here in the third round, I also don't really like anyone here. All these running backs at the top scare the shit out of me. I really, really want to take Jonathan Taylor, but going 2 wide receivers right away, I just cannot risk him not playing. So, and I think he's already out.
I know you want to.
Games if I saw that right. So I'm just going to go with the guy I think is probably the safest running back here, Kenneth Walker.
All right. I don't hate that, but I think Walker's playing time might be a risk too with Zach Charbonnet, huh?
For sure. I'm very worried about it. I don't like it, but.
Okay. So to determine third round reader, we're going to go through. We'll go from Ron, and then we'll go to the left. So Ron, then Brady and Chase, then Brett, then Forbes, then Vin, then Dan, then Dan. Tell Bus what you had for lunch, and whatever meal Bus likes the best, that's the person who reads. Let's get it.
So I go first.
Yep.
Yeah, what do you have?
I don't eat lunch.
Nothing. Okay.
Yeah, I eat a big
Not
supper.
a
That's
good
it.
choice for me. Brady would be.
I went to the Crooked Pint and I had a Juicy Lucy.
All right, that's gonna be tough to beat. I don't know if anyone can beat that.
Chase?
I just had some Alfredo today, so.
That's good
Brett?
too.
I had a ham sandwich.
Hell yeah.
Forbes?
I had some leftover Braza premium. Have you guys ever heard of that restaurant Northeast in Uptown? Leftover pulled pork, chicken, all types of stuff. So
Oh man.
it was pretty damn good.
Vin?
I had some pad thai that I made.
Ooh.
This is tough choice.
Dan.
I had an RX bar and a Diet Mountain Dew.
Lunch of champs.
Damn, some of those lunches sound good as hell. I had leftover Papa Murphy's pizza.
Hell yeah.
All right,
Shit.
boss.
Low key, I'm gonna go Forbes.
Ooh. All right. Forbes, let's hear
I'm gonna-
round 3.
I'm going to make sure not to get lost in the snake. We're starting from the left. Dan took Amon-Ra St. Brown, loaded up on receiver. Then the QB started to fall. Aaron took Mahomes. Fetty took Jalen Hurts. Sandwiched in there, we got Olave from Brady. And then we got Josh Allen. Dan took ETN. I took Mark Andrews. Smelly Vin 69 took T. Higgins. The Spinny Cycle took Devontae Smith, choke. And Richter took Ken Walker, another choke pick. Those teams stink down there.
Woo! I'm going to win the league, Forbes. That's the funny thing. All right, Chase, don't take my guy because I fricked up and took the wrong guy, so don't take him.
All right. So I really, really want Jonathan Taylor, but I'm just not risking him playing until week 5. So I'm just going to go with another guy who I think is going to have a big year. Didn't play last year, obviously, for some off-the-field issues, but I'm taking Calvin Ridley.
No fucking way, Chase.
Yes.
I fucking royally choked that. Like, absolutely royally choked that. Damn, that is tough. Well, people, I think with my running back depth, we're just going to send it here and play high risk, high reward and take Jonathan Taylor.
You got the running backs for
Yeah.
insurance, so you're good.
I want to get another quarterback here, or cheapers, wide receiver here. I think I'm going to go with Amari Cooper.
I like that.
I think with Deshaun back, we may get a big year out of Amari. So.
I love that pick. Forbes?
Yeah, I'm gonna go running back here. I do like Ramondre a lot, and I've always had Mixon a lot, so I think I'm gonna pass on both those guys, and we're gonna go Dameon Pierce. A little bit of a reach, but I love DP.
Yeah, I think he could be better than last year because their offense around him is obviously going to be at least a little better than last year, you think?
Without the first round pick, they're definitely going to try to win games.
Exactly.
It's not going to be a tank fest as last year.
Dan?
Alrighty, I'm super pumped. I for sure, after that Ramondre Stevenson comment, thought you were going to take Mixon, and I'm ecstatic to get him here. I think he's going to be set for a really, really solid year. Obviously, they're gonna spread the ball out and pass a lot, but he's going to be kind of an every down back this year for them. So I'm excited to get him here.
Well, that sucks because I was just going to take Mixon. I also think that Mixon's going to get about 18-plus carries, touches a game at least, and it's one of the most potent offenses in the NFL. So, I mean, great pick there.
Also, Brett is the biggest Joe Mixon stan of the universe. So
yeah, I think I've had him about every single year.
Literally.
I'm contemplating going wide receiver here, but I don't really like DK or Debo, to be honest, or Keenan. So I think I'm just gonna risk it, and I'm gonna go Najee.
Not bad. You're gonna go no wide receivers in the first
Yeah.
four. Brett?
No wide receivers, bro.
I'm not worried about it, dude. Don't worry about me, dude.
All right. Honestly, there's a lot of guys that I like on the board, but I'm actually going to go with an upside pick right here. And some people are going to question it, but I'm going to hammer out wideouts right now, and I'm going to go DK. I personally believe that this is a guy who can sincerely flirt with 10 to 12 touchdowns this year. He's another guy that's a touchdown regression candidate. I mean, with all the deep ball passes that Geno was throwing to DK, he only caught I think he caught 6 touchdowns this last year, but he's going to face regression this year, and that's a huge deal, especially with the addition of Jackson Smith and Jigba. And not only that, they extended Geno. I believe they're going to pass a lot more. I mean, I did not plan on going 4 wideouts right here, but the way I see it is now those positions are sealed and locked, and there's still plenty of guys I like on the board yet at every position. So I figured, why not? I mean, if this is the way the board landed, I might as well take it.
Bus, do we have 2 flexes?
Yeah, we do.
Okay. Then I guess that is
You know,
acceptable.
you can click that little button that says team, you know, and you can look at your team. I don't know if you do.
I don't know. I don't know if I knew how that worked. I just like to ask.
Yeah, I made sure I looked beforehand, so I didn't.
Honestly, I meant to make it 1 flex, but I guess I clicked 2, so we're running with 2 in this league. Okay, my pick. Man, I am so torn here.
We can't leave Dan, Timm, Ramondre Stevenson though. That's all I gotta say. So please, one of the next 2 of you.
I don't want Ramondre though. I don't want.
Dan can have him.
Give him to Dan. He's not going to get any goal line touches this year.
That's what I'm saying. Zeke's getting all the goal line work, 100%.
It's the path. It's gonna be random. You know it is. It's always random.
Yeah, you're not wrong. He is my guy. Ramondre really helped me out last year. Might just have to do it. I don't want Breece Hall, obviously. I already invested in Aaron Jones in different league. You know what, Spinny? You talked me into it, man. Take Ramondre. Take him.
Good pick.
It's a half PPR league. That should help a little bit.
I like Ramondre a lot personally. He was the one other guy I've sincerely considered, but there's still so many running backs on the board. But I think Ramondre is going to be fine in that offense. I mean, he's an absolute playmaker.
He'll get touches.
Oh yeah. I mean, and not only that, if you're looking, like even in the preseason, if you listen to practice reports, like he's taking 40-yard passes to the house. I mean, he's going to essentially run the James White role. And if anybody remembers James White a few years ago, he was really good. He was a PPR monster. And I think,
not to mention they actually have a competent play caller on their staff now this year.
Yeah, I think Ramondre is going to be James White plus this year. I think
about that.
Running back.
I mean, he doesn't have Tom Brady throwing him the ball.
That's true.
Doesn't have the GOAT throwing him the ball. You're right.
I mean, as much as it pains me to say it, yes.
I mean, a dump down pass anybody can make, though.
All right, Ron, who are you getting here?
I think I'm going to go with Aaron Jones.
Yeah, I knew there had to be a Packer.
I mean, he was just sitting right there. I don't love not having a receiver, but I'm going to be coming right back around here. So,
all right, Dan.
I really didn't want to go 4 wide receivers right away off the bat, but with Debo still sitting there, if he stays healthy, he's top 10 wide receiver easily, no doubt. So I definitely have to go with Debo here.
That is wild. Were you going to take Ramondre? Just curious.
No, I was not. I don't think he's going to get a lot of end zone touches. So I think his numbers could be pretty heavy with yards, but I don't know if he's going to have a lot of that big point scores with no TDs. So,
all right.
Can I interject quick?
Of course.
Well, okay, so I'm going to roast you a little bit for this pick. So Debo, I mean, me personally, I'm not the highest on. I mean, everyone knows his potential, but he's only had 1 year of top 10 play, and that was based off of efficiency alone. If you look at the touches based off of the 49ers offense, I mean, you have to mix touches between Kittle, McCaffrey,
18 yards per catch that year.
Brandon Ayuk. I mean, there's so many things. And if you look at Debo's normal average depth of target, it's like 2 yards. I mean, he's just getting short passes and using yards after the catch. I mean, I do like Debo. He's a monster receiver, but it's just that offense he's in that worries me.
Absolutely, I definitely probably wouldn't have reached for him too bad if he was like if there was better running backs, but I don't really like any of these running backs right now at all. I think
I'll say that.
We like it. We like it. Okay, so now for round 4, we're gonna do another sharing type of moment. So Dan Gutzmer was the winner of the league last year, so he's gonna be the decision maker this time. We're going to start the same way with Ron. I'll go, then we'll go back down to the end. I think we know that order at this point. You have to say the best place you have traveled to on vacation, and Dan would pick his favorite place to go.
I guess the first place that came to my head was New York City.
Mine is Paris, France, for sure. The best place in Europe I went.
Best place you ever traveled to?
Oh, I'm sorry. I was looking at the board. Totally spaced. Best place I ever traveled to, Fort Lauderdale, Florida.
I'm gonna have to copy Ron. New York City.
You can't. That's not how it works. You have to pick a new place.
You didn't preface that. I'm taking New York City. Screw you.
But how can Dan pick which person if it's the same city?
I already read, so I'm not gonna read again. You know that.
I read too.
Oh. Chase?
I'm gonna go with Phoenix, Arizona.
Brett?
Maui, Hawaii.
Forbes.
Yeah.
Costa Rica.
Costa Rica.
Ooh, Costa Rica is good. I have to go with my favorite place in the whole world. I go there 2 to 3 times a year. Rocky Mountain National Park, Estes Park, Colorado.
Dan Tim.
I was also going to do Fort Lauderdale, Florida, but I guess I have to go Cabo now. Los Cabos, Mexico.
All right, Dan.
Ooh, there's a couple places I'm considering. I think I'm going to have to go with Vanny just because he shout out Estes Park, about an hour north of where I live currently. So we'll go Estes Park.
That's right, brother. I was born in Estes, actually.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah. Okay, so Jesus, which way? So we're starting on the right.
Yep.
First pick of the 4th round, we've got Calvin Ridley. Then we've got Jonathan Taylor, Amari Cooper, Damian Pierce, Joe Mixon, Najee Harris, DK Metcalf, Ramondre Stevenson, Aaron Jones, and Deebo Samuel.
We like it. Let's cheers it up. If you haven't got a new drink by now, you're milking your drink. Let's get after it. For those of you drinking water, if you still have water left, you're not hydrated enough. Sorry, not sorry. All right, Dan Tim.
I'll finally go running back here. I'm going to go with J.K. Dobbins. Hopefully he can stay healthy. If not, I'm pretty screwed in this league, so that's pretty much what I got.
Pretty screwed. We love it.
I don't love.
Ron, I dare you to pass on wide receiver again.
Should I go with Breece Hall? Nah.
Just go 4 running backs, yeah.
I don't really love any of the wide receivers, and I don't necessarily believe in this pick, but a lot of other people do, so I'm going to go with DJ Moore.
The NFC North base. Aaron Boyd.
I don't know about that one.
I absolutely love that pick.
Mm-hmm.
You think the Bears are going to be good? Does anyone think the Bears are going to be good?
Fuck no.
I don't think they'll be great, but I think that he's going to be the clear number 1 target for receiving.
Exactly.
I mean, they got Khalil Herbert out of the backfield, but he's going to. And from what you've seen of him preseason training camp, he's already balling out. It seems like him and Justin Fields already made a great connection. I think he's going to be an absolute stud.
I
Can
feel like
we get an over/under on yards for DJ Moore from you two?
I sort of feel like at worst he's going to be what he was in Carolina. It's kind of how I feel about it.
All right. Oh, understandable. Federal bus.
You know what? I'm taking the man. I don't have him in a single league. I'm taking the guy, TJ Hawkinson, on the squad.
Reach,
huh? As he's right there on the board.
Reach.
Tight end 2.
All right, so
tight end 2 last year.
This pick, I mean, honestly, there's multiple guys I want to go with, and I mean, since I'm committed to the 0 RB build, I'm going to go ahead and select Joe Burrow to go with Jamar Chase. I mean, Joe Burrow, no matter what, we know what he does. Joe Shiesty he's Joe Shiesty. He's the guy. I mean, sure, he's coming off of sure, he might start off slow, but there's plenty of other guys that you can select later rounds. If he happens to miss, even 5 weeks, there's plenty of other guys that have great schedule that you can pick instead. But I mean, the upside is there with Joe Burrow. I definitely thought about Lamar, but considering I had Jamar Chase, that was the turning point right there. We love it.
Brett.
I need a wide receiver here.
Nope. Pass on one.
So I'm gonna I'm gonna have to pray that Keenan Allen stays healthy.
Hey, Brett.
If he does stay healthy, though, he's easily top 15 wide receiver.
I was going to say, to help you be more confident in that, 5 straight years before last year, he played every game. So
he was the wide receiver.
Right.
He was a top 5 wide receiver the last 6 games.
Yep.
You know,
And not only that, I mean, the upside is there, and especially with, oh my God, Kellen Moore. So let's talk of pace of play. When Dallas had Kellen Moore, I believe they were top 3 pace of play.
Yeah, they had the most yards in the league.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to be playing their offense. I am incredibly high on their offense this year. I mean, they have the weapons, everything. I mean, Keenan Allen, he's going to be the target hog, though.
Yeah, full reliable for sure.
Oh, yeah.
He is 31, but like I said, if he can stay healthy, it'll be nice.
Alrighty, boys. I'm gonna go with. I think this pick will be looked upon with smiles in this crew. But I'm gonna go Alexander Madison here.
Woo!
I just think he's gonna have a pretty solid year. Obviously, we know what he's capable of, even with Dalvin Cook on the roster. So it'll be interesting to see when he's RB1. I think he's capable. I think he can catch passes. So
Homerism.
I'm not even a big Vikings fan.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
I do think he could potentially get a lot of carries. Forbes? Muted?
Yeah, I was hoping Keenan Allen would fall. I was actually thinking about him last pick. You know, I don't love any of the receivers here anymore. Actually, you know what? I was going to take QB. We're going to take Hopkins. Never mind. DeAndre, he's sketchy with the injuries and this last couple of years, but nope, never mind. We're changing up. We're going Justin Fields.
What?
I'm sorry, I couldn't take Hopkins.
I was about to roast you anyway because that was an awful pick. I think DeAndre might be awful.
I love the rushing upside from Justin Fields. Joe Burrow was the QB I was thinking about there. He actually does have some of that rushing that I think he had like five or six touchdowns last year. But Justin Fields, I mean, you could even take a QB early. You gotta have one that runs a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
With that philosophy, I don't know why the number one rushing quarterback is still on board.
Highly debatable.
Insanity?
I don't know. Maybe debatable is probably a better phrase.
With this debate going on, I think I am going to go Lamar here.
Woo!
Sounds like everybody in Baltimore is pretty fired up over this offense, and he's gonna get the playbook opened up a little bit. Could have a really big year. So,
Chase, you gonna take a quarterback?
I don't know. Am I?
I don't know. Are you?
Don't mess it up again, Spinny.
I'm just wondering if you are or not.
There's a couple of them on the board. I don't know.
This is a tough one.
Take Sam Howell.
I'm really not scared about wide receiver, and I think Chase might take this guy top. So we're gonna go the opposite strategy of Dan and Brady. We're gonna go 4 running backs and take Breece Hall here.
No, I was not going to take him.
Spinny, I think he's going to have a monster year. It's going to be a slow start, but I think once we get going, you're going to be happy about that.
I think so too.
All right. So same story. Don't really like any of the running backs here, but kind of need a quarterback. So I'm going to go with Justin Herbert.
Great pick.
Wanted to go with Trevor Lawrence to have that Ridley stack, but I just like Justin Herbert and that offense a little bit better. So,
all right, that was round 5. This round, Forbes is going to be the decision maker for this round. We are going to go with something. What do we want to go with? Okay. We're going to go with go to drink at the bar. You get to pick anything you want. Forbes gets to pick the drink he likes the best. So this time we're going to start with Dan Timm, and we're going to go backwards that way. So Dan Timm, Dan Gutzmer, Vin, starting. Let's get it.
Mine would be an old fashioned.
I'm going to go with a Jack, Honey, and Sprite.
Ooh.
Ooh, I was going to go with an old fashioned too, but we'll mix it up. Been a little soft lately. I'm going to go with a nice fruity margarita with a little umbrella in it.
That was mine, Calvin. Yeah, rat. Brett.
I'm gonna go with the old classic Crown 7.
Oh, yep.
Can't go wrong. Jason too.
Gotta go with the other classic, the Captain Diet.
AKA the Richter water.
The Richter water.
It's trademarked.
It's trademarked for real. Oh man, a lot of good drinks off the board already.
All right.
Let's just go premium beer, but specifically premium.
I'm gonna do a SoCo 7, Southern Comfort 7-Up.
I'm gonna try to win, and I'm gonna go with a vodka soda.
Is that Forbes' favorite drink?
My favorite drink hasn't been said.
Oh,
I'm going Moscow Mule.
Ooh, that's what I should have went with. That was good, Ron.
All right, it was going to be margarita. Spinny, vodka soda, you missed barely. If you had said VRB, you'd have knocked that out of the park. But Moscow Mule is easily the best drink that was said. So Ron, you win.
Hells yeah. Let's go. I get to read it again. Okay.
Sorry, boys, I'm not a whiskey guy.
I knew that.
All right, so from the left. Dan Timm starts us off with J.K. Dobbins, followed by my controversial pick of DJ Moore, followed by Fetty's even more controversial pick of TJ Hawkinson.
oh,
Mid.
Followed by Mr. Joe Shiesty, Joe Burrow, followed by Mr. Cooked Keenan Allen, followed by Alexander Matheson, Mr. Under 4 yards of carry, followed by Justin Fields, followed by Lamar Jackson, followed by Breece Hall, who I love that pick, and followed by Justin Herbert, by Chase. It's a horrible pick only because it was made by Chase, but otherwise I love that pick.
just so
All right.
much.
Cheers.
Cheers, fellas.
Cheers.
2 more rounds, y'all. We can do it. Jay, start off round 6. What do you got?
All right. So this probably is a little bit of a reach, but I feel like for the guys around him, projection-wise, I feel like he's got the highest chances of exceeding those projections. I'm going to go with James
do it.
Cook.
What?
James Cook. First pick of round
James
6.
Cook.
Damn.
That's a reach.
That man wasn't going for 3 more rounds.
Hey, to be
Just
fair
pick
though,
one guy.
he's essentially like Jahmyr Gibbs light. I mean, think about it. So
Whoa.
Gibbs isn't going
You're
to
gonna
be
have to sell me hard.
just hear me out. So David Montgomery was signed on a big 3-year contract. He's going to be taking care of the goal line duties. Jahmyr Gibbs is going to be taking passing down works. He's going to be used as a elite receiver that he is, I believe. James Cook, I mean, Damian Harris is essentially going to be the goal line back mixed with Latavius Murray. What do you think James Cook is going to be?
Right.
He's going to be running that hybrid role, just like Jahmyr Gibbs is. Essentially, you get Jahmyr Gibbs, but you get him a few rounds later.
I'm not too worried about Spinny's comments. I think James Cook will be just fine. I don't always like pairing a running back and a receiver on the same team together, but I need a running back.
Can you give me an all-purpose yards? How many all-purpose yards do you think James Cook's going to have, receiving and rushing combined?
At least 1,000.
I would say over 1,000.
I don't know.
I mean, 6th round, boy, you better hope he gets over 1,000.
Yeah,
I mean, it's only
1,000.
500 a piece. That's not that much.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying, y'all. I think that might be
Pay off.
You want to place a little side bet that James Cook scores more points than Breece Hall?
Please. Please. That is a cakewalk for me.
That's easy, man.
Dalvin's gonna put that man on the bench.
Spicy.
I am going to reach a tad bit here, even though I consider my guy Scary Terry quarterback proof guy that I wanted to take. But I'm going to have to go with a guy who's going to be the MVP in the NFL this season, and that is Trevor Lawrence, about to win MVP, throw 4,500 yards. So,
Ew. Spinny, imagine if you would have picked Calvin Ridley over Devontae Smith. You could have had the stack.
I was gonna say, I wonder how it feel if you had his wide receiver one.
Oh man, Spinny.
I know. It was a fat L, really it was.
You know what though? Devontae Smith is a stud. So
AJ Brown better.
Smell what you got.
Well, Spinny just basically introduced my pick here. I'm going with Terry here.
Yeah.
QB proof. I need wide receiver depth. Got my quarterback. That's my guy.
We're gonna go with the real Jags wide receiver one here.
No, you're not going to reach all the way down and take him. You absolute snake.
I'm sorry, Spinny, but you're not getting any stack.
I love that pick. I
like that pick, Connor.
Man's going to ball. Dan.
All righty, boys. I'm going to go with hopefully a turnaround year, not necessarily individually, but as a team. I'm going to go like Jerry Jeudy, bringing in Sean Payton. I know everyone was bashing him earlier, but he's got a quarterback in Russell Wilson that he has coached before, basically, with Drew Brees, undersized quarterback. I think Judy's going to have a pretty solid year this year. Who knows if he can be running back? What's that? Sorry?
You're not worried about that hamstring issue?
No. I think with a full off season, I don't know.
It just happened.
He's expected back in the first 4 weeks of the season, though. They didn't put him on the PUP, which means they're expecting him back in the first.
It's one of those situations where it's not like in the middle of the year. If you do like a hamstring can be a little naggy, but during the year you still kind of got to get your work in. With the hamstring injury in the preseason, I mean, I'm sure he's been relatively shut down since it happened. To get that rested up. I don't know. I think he's going to get a lot of looks this year, a lot of touchdowns.
I like that pick too. Brett?
I'm going to take Drake London here.
Yeah.
Good pick.
Brady, you weren't even going to take him anyway. You're going to take 5 wide receivers, Brady?
Yeah, I'm just saying that's a good pick.
Yeah, I think if the QB play is even mediocre, he's locked in for about 1,000 yards, maybe more, maybe 6, 7, 8 TDs. He's a good wide receiver too.
Brady, which
So
of these RBs are you taking?
I'm not taking a running back right here.
We're going to take George Kittle?
I'm taking Darren Waller right here. Darren Waller, in my opinion, has tight end one potential. I mean, you look at George Kittle, sure, he's a great tight end. There's no knock on George Kittle's game size, injury prone, but he's never going to be the number one receiving option in his own offense. Whereas Darren Waller, he's going to be the number one receiving option in the Giants offense. I mean, there's no one else that's going to compete for it. Sure, Jalen Hyatt might show some flash. Sure, I mean, you got all these receivers, Darius Slayton, Sterling Shepard, and the list goes on, but no one's a true alpha, and that's Darren Waller. They traded for him specifically. They're going to use him like Travis Kelce, essentially. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if Darren Waller this year had 120 targets. I mean, sincerely, he's going to go off this year, in my opinion.
Here's my thing with Darren Waller. Darren Waller has played 16 or more games in only 2 of the 7 seasons he's been in the NFL. And if you're saying he's going to get an increased workload, he hasn't played a full season since 2020. You really think with an increased workload he's going to be able to maintain his health?
Austin Eckler, for 3 years in a row, never maintained a healthy season. And the first season he did, he was the running back 2. Scared money don't make money, man. I'm willing to throw money on this. Darren Waller's going to go off this year. I'm willing. He's one of my highest drafted players.
That's a lock. You heard it from Brady. That's a lock.
From Brady Herrig himself. I'm telling you, Darren Wall is my boy.
That's wild. Fetty?
Well, this makes my pick pretty obvious because
You disrespected Travis Kelce.
Yes, he majorly.
I mean, Travis Kelce is the guy. I mean, he is. Travis Kelce is God mode, honestly. When it comes to the tight end position, he is the cheat code. But I'm talking as like literal top 3 potential, and you get him in the 6th round. Yeah, because I mean, he's going to be the number 1 receiving option in that offense. He's going to get targets alone.
It's not wrong.
Are they going to be accurate targets from fucking Daniel Jones?
He looked fantastic in the preseason, and this is his 2nd year in the system with Brian Dable. I mean,
I think y'all are just
12 or 13 touchdowns last year.
Why? The Vikings
offense.
Let me say something. Why are you guys freaking out about a tight end pick in round 6? Like, come on.
Dude,
He didn't reach. This is exactly where he's projected. Come on.
I'm taking this all day.
We're moving on.
Here we go, Fetty.
Waller shits on y'all.
We're moving on. I'm making a pick. I'm taking the guy just so I can steal him from Ron. Once again, I'm taking Christian Watson.
Woo!
I love that pick, but I was not going to go with him. I was going to pick Kyle Pitts so I could once again be upset with myself in about 7 weeks.
Ron's going to go through the 4 stages of grief again.
All right, I'm going to take DeAndre Swift and hope he gets enough touches and targets this year with the stacked Eagles offense. But he is RB1, so hopefully he gets enough touches to make it worth it.
All right, round 6 is going to be Chase reading because I didn't have an idea. So, Chase, you got round 6, brother.
All right, round 6. I got the steal of the draft with James Cook, followed by Spinny with Trevor Lawrence. Got Smelly here with Terry McLaurin. C4 with Christian Kirk. Daniel took Jerry Jeudy. Brett took Drake London. Brady with apparently a controversial pick in Darren Waller. Fetty took Christian Watson. Beussman took Pitts. And Dan finished it off with DeAndre Swift.
All right, Dan, last pick of the draft for you here. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm going to take a little bit.
Are we not going to cheers?
Oh, yeah.
Yo, what the hell, Spinny, dude?
Sorry. Sleeping on the job. Host is sleeping on the job. Finish your drinkies right here on this cheers.
The final round, and he wasn't even going to cheers.
That's messed up, man. What do you got, Dan?
I'm going to go down a little ways and hope Javonte Williams from the Denver Broncos running back is fully healthy and is going to show out like he's hopefully talked about. So that's who I'm going to take here.
All right. Well, I'm happy with that. I'm going to go tight end again and hope one of these guys pays off.
Fuck you. Fuck you.
Fuck, man.
That's messed up, Ron. That's some last shit right there.
Hey, that's what I do, man.
Beussman just moved up on the rat list. That's all I got to say. Fentanyl bus?
Huh? Come on, man.
This is a friendly show.
All right. You know what? I think I got to take the risk here. Knowing Ryan Tannehill, he will not stay healthy all season, but if he does, he's going to just be DeAndre Hopkins every single game. So I'm taking him.
You're finally taking him, huh?
He fell this far. He deserves to be off the board. I'm taking him.
Yeah, that's fair.
Brady?
All right, so this might be another controversial pick, but I honestly don't care. I really don't. I'm going to go Cam Akers here.
This man is trash. That was the worst pick of the draft, Brady. Cam Akers is trash. This man is going to be trashier.
Brady, I think that's the best pick I've ever seen, personally.
Shut up.
Thank you.
No, do people – okay. I actually want to know this, so I'm going to go one by one and be extra. do we have belief in Cam Akers? Like, I'm talking Cam Akers is going to get 1,000 yards or more all purpose. Yes,
Okay,
starting
let's break it down to the final.
He was
16.
barely on the roster till like the playoffs or till
That's what I'm
towards the end of the season.
saying. This
Look
shit
at it. Look at it. Look at what he was healthy.
I think the whole Rams are scary.
He only started producing when Cooper Kupp was hurt.
His final 6 games of his final 6 weeks of the season, he put up a running back 1, a running back 7, a running back 10.
When the Rams had no one else to give the ball to.
This guy towards the end of the season, I mean, sure, he came off of a Achilles injury, right? But here's the thing: they've allowed stem cell research with, especially Achilles injuries, and they heal substantially faster. And if you look at guys like Deontay Foreman, who have already healed from that, they've shown lots of success. Well, obviously, Cam Akers has too. And you know what? Even if the Rams are bad, that's okay. You look at Josh Jacobs last year. The Raiders' offense was one of the worst in the league, and Josh Jacobs was a top 3 running back. I personally don't care about the offense, if it's good or bad or not. He's going to get volume. He's going to get usage. There's no other guy in that offense that's going to take away carries from him. I'm not worried about Zach Evans. I'm not worried about
he does have
Kyron
zero
Williams.
competition.
Zero
This
competition.
guy has never been better than an RB 33 and half PPR. He is trash.
ADP does not scare me at all. Last year,
his production, his 3 years in the league, his best finish is RB 33.
Oh, that's what he finished. Okay, sorry. But if you look at the beginning, there was talk of him being traded. He was hurt. I mean, there was a lot of bad blood.
You're making my points, Brady, here. You're making my points, man.
But they finally realized that they should utilize him, and look what happened when they utilized him on a year that they honestly don't care. They're probably just going to run the wheels off of him. He's on the final, 2 year of his contract because he was a 2nd-round pick. They're going to run the wheels off of him. I'm here for the volume. Give it to me.
I like that pick. I just over-under, he stays on the team to past week 10. Him and Sean McVay do not get along.
Facts.
And
I just hate every minute.
You're right, but at the same token, they're going to use him. And even if he does get traded, some team's going to use him.
Brett, who you got?
I cannot believe that this guy has fallen this far. Not gonna lie, this guy is probably the value of the whole draft. Like, he is gonna be a top 15 running back locked in.
No, he's
100%
Cardinals scoring touchdowns.
Listen. Stop. No. When Kyler Murray was out last year, he averaged 105 yards and nearly 20 fantasy points per game.
The Cardinals are going to tank so hard for what's his face at USC. They may get
Isn't
first
Kyler
and
Murray
10 out of 20 and kick a field goal.
Pretty hard for a running back to
after
get
week 4. They might bench him.
Pretty hard for a running back to get touches when they're down 50.
They're going to be trying to find some young guy. I mean, they're going to be so bad. They're just going to be playing.
All right, you guys watch. You guys wait and see.
All right. Brett just talked about Steeler draft.
I don't need it.
I think that this guy is a great value at this spot. Brandon Ayuk. I mean, he led the Niners in targets and receiving yards last year.
Great pick.
Obviously, they have a lot of talent on their team. But if my boy Brock Purdy knows anything, he'll feed him the ball.
Ayuk stays on the field, too.
2 notes. I thought with both the last guys saying steal the draft, I thought they were going to take my guy. And
I also thought Brett was
I
gonna take
didn't
my
know
guy.
we would get. I didn't think we would get stem cell research get brought up in a fantasy draft, which I loved. By the way. I'm going to take a guy that in any other season, I think he's been like a top 2 round pick in his well, maybe not his first year, his rookie year, but every other year he's been. So we're going to go Kamara.
Yep. All right, Calvin, don't take my guy, please.
I need a tight end. Sorry, Spinny. Gotta go with Kittle here.
Fuck you. Like, seriously.
Last 4 weeks.
Holy shit, man.
What, 6 or 7 touchdowns in the last 4 weeks with Purdy here? they've shown they've got a pretty good connection, and the young quarterback's going to lean on his guy. So I think he could get a lot of end zone looks. So
Not to mention Purdy at Iowa State. I mean, you talk about feeding the tight end. They had two of the top tight ends of the country his senior year at Iowa State.
yes, sir.
That's what I wanted more than anything in the world this whole time. I hate you. I honestly hate you. But now I'm going to take a little bit of a reach, and I'm going to go with a guy that I think could show out, have a nice second-year breakout, score a lot of touchdowns, especially if his quarterback improves, which is kind of more of a 50-50 shot. But I'm going to go George Pickens right here. Last pick, Ron. Don't disappoint. Or Chase, sorry. Last pick, Chase. Don't disappoint. Jeez.
All right. So I really wanted Kittle there. I was hoping he was going to fall.
Not a chance. He was getting past me.
I don't necessarily like this pick a whole lot, but he's produced every year he's been in the league. Don't like his quarterback at all, but I'm going to go with Mike Evans here.
I don't hate that.
I love that.
Mr. 1,000 yards. Okay, so we're going to get wild here. Y'all, I know even the ones drinking water, we have liquor in our house, so you're still subject to this. We are going to go person by person. We are going to vote for the worst team. Whoever has the worst team either has to finish one whole drink or take a shot live here on the pod. Do we all agree?
Sure, I'm down.
Sure.
I feel like I'm always at a disadvantage in things like this.
So can I just like shotgun a beer and call it a day?
Yeah, it's perfect. All right, so we're in. I didn't get any opposed. Speak now, forever hold your peace.
No, we're doing it. It's over. You
All
said
right,
it.
so last person has to chug a beer, shotgun it, take a shot, something like that, and then immediately read the 7th round. So we're going to start with Ron, and I will keep track here, and let's vote for the worst team.
Okay, give me just a moment.
Yep. Let's do some analyzing here as we're waiting.
I think Chase's last pick makes him safe. I hate to do it, but I think the Waller pick makes me go with Brady.
Okay, I'll take that.
Sorry, Brady.
When I win
You
this,
don't have to do it yet. It's only if everyone.
oh, I was gonna take a drink anyway.
Oh, you can take a drink. Spinny wants us to chug it.
Oh, shit.
Spinny was like,
This is a tough one for me. I feel like there's a couple in contention here, but again, the Waller pick and RB1 is Cam Akers. I'm gonna go with Brady as well.
I can't wait to just destroy
it's
this
you.
league.
Who do you think has the worst?
Who do I think? Spinny. I'm gonna go with you, man.
Let's go then. Talk that shit, Brady.
So first off, Jonathan Taylor's on a PUP right now. There's a high possible chance he doesn't play this year. And then Breece Hall also coming off an injury. They signed Dalvin Cook and George Pickens as a WR2. So
Yeah,
I mean, I will say this though: your first 3 picks are studly, and I like Trevor Lawrence too. But it's just those back-to-back running back picks for me.
And I'm not going to really add too much, but I'm taking you as well, Spinny. Taylor are little sketchy picks to me. Pickens' WR2 is not good, and I'm still not fully sold that Saquon will be healthy.
Yeah, Spinny, no disrespect, but I'm picking you as well.
Yeah.
We love the hate. We love the Cato rats all hating me.
I just don't like the Pickens as relying him on as your wide receiver 2. Taylor obviously won't be available till week 5. Breece splitting carries. I don't know why Brady's team's getting so much hate though. I feel like he's got 4 guys who could easily finish, or not easily, but possibly finish top 15 as wide receivers. So I don't know. I like his team.
Brett?
I'm gonna go with Beussman with Ron. I don't like the two tight end picks over there back to back. I don't see why you really need two tight ends in that early in the draft.
Make that 2 for Ron because he's only
Ooh.
got one receiver, and I was just looking at the receiver list, and it gets pretty low. So I don't know. And not a huge fan of Gibbs or DJ Moore. So
Ben?
Oh, shoot. I'm going to have to go with Brady as well. Half PPR.
I love it.
Solid receivers. I will give you that. Very, very solid. But Cam Akers, man. That's it. That's all.
Yeah, I can't wait till Cam Akers is a top 20 back this year.
I won't hold my breath.
All right,
he's gonna be
I think I'm gonna go with Ron as well. I think that CMC obviously he's gonna do what he's gonna do. Mahomes is gonna do what he's gonna do. I told him I love the DJ Moore pick, which I do. I just don't love it as WR1.
Right.
I think he's a great WR2, and I think he's an even better flex spot. But I just think that, Jahmyr Gibbs, potentially, I'm not saying he's not, he could potentially have a monster rookie year. They just have a lot of stuff, a lot of people in the backfield. And Aaron Jones, the Packers, I think are just kind of a question mark in general with their just their new quarterback and everything like that.
I don't think Jones's fantasy production's a question mark personally, but before Dan says who he says, I just want to say my whole team would be so much better if flipping Fetty went to taking Devontae right before me.
Okay.
Hey, tell us the leaderboard.
Before we go to the last pick, I just want Dan to know it is a 3-way tie. If you pick someone else other than those three, we will go to a trivia showdown between the three. Whoever gets it first will be out, and then it'll be one-on-one with a second question, which is Bus is going to prepare 2 questions for us right now. And that's
All right, fuck it. Fetty Bus has the worst team.
Oh, Fetty! Fetty gets a vote. So
I just
it's
kidded
a
on
3-way tie.
Me, Brady, and who?
Me, you, Brady, and me.
Okay.
3-way tie. 3 votes apiece.
We fucking suck, boys.
Yeah, we are trash. Okay, so here's how this is going to work. Brady and Ron, listen up. Bus is going to ask a question. If you know the answer, you will say your name. First person to say their name gets to answer first. Second,
so I'm supposed to say Aaron?
You're supposed to say Aaron.
Okay, gotcha.
You're supposed to say Brady, right? Bus will keep track of who says it first, second, third. If first gets it wrong, then second gets a guess, then third gets a guess. The person who gets it right is safe, and then we have a one-on-one for the loser. Make sense to all?
Yep.
Okay, here we go. Last year, who finished with the most fantasy points in the entire league?
Aaron.
I heard Brady first.
I'm going to go with Josh Allen.
Incorrect.
Then who?
I heard Spinny next, but I'm not sure.
Would I? Did anyone else back me up with that? I heard Spinny next too, but
no, I heard Spinny said the answer. Ron said his name.
I said
Ron.
Dylan.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. What was I supposed to say?
Your name.
Oh, so is it me or Spinny?
No, Spinny doesn't get the benefit of doubt since he's co-host here. Ron, what's your answer?
Oh, shoot.
You don't even have an answer?
No, Jefferson.
Wrong.
Fuck.
Come on.
Boy, if this is not the guy, if this is the other guy, then the guy I guess I'm gonna be so pissed. But I'm gonna say Jalen Hurts.
I already know.
It's Pat Mahomes, isn't it?
It's Pat Mahomes.
Yeah,
that's embarrassing.
He won MVP last year. What are you guys on?
Meth.
Now we gotta do 2 more questions, Spinny, or what?
Yeah,
Let's do it.
I've got a question.
Okay,
All right,
Vin will
let's hear
take
it.
this one.
Okay. What is Aaron Rodgers' records in NFC Championship games?
Dylan.
1-4. Ah, shit.
Dylan, I heard you first.
The answer is 1 and 4.
Yes, it is.
So now Bus has got the final question between Brady and Ron. The loser does a shot/shotguns a beer, and then
These
reads
rules
the 7th
suck.
round.
Okay. Here we go. You might think about this one a little bit. Maybe not. The top kicker in fantasy last year.
Aaron.
Go.
Tucker.
Wrong.
Got a guess, Brady?
Nick Folk.
Wrong. Maybe that was too tough. I thought we all knew it was former Viking Daniel Carlson.
Oh, of course.
Now these fantasy questions are not my jam.
Okay, this one will be easier. The top running back last year.
Aaron.
I heard Beussman first.
We'll go with oh my God. I hope I get this right. Christian McCaffrey.
No.
Wrong.
It's Eckler.
It is Eckler.
Damn it.
Brady!
I'm so happy I don't have to drink alcohol, actually.
It is a
Oh my
big
God.
L for Brady.
Oh, just chug it?
Shotgun it, whatever you want.
Oh, shit. Well, I got this one right here,
Go
too.
for it.
It has to be full, though. Oh, that was.
Crack another one. Crack another one.
It has to be full.
It was full, Spinny.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
sitting
full.
right next to him.
I want to see it open.
Hey, how much are we throwing down on this league?
Oh,
Okay, well, $0, and we will
Okay.
have a conversation after the pod.
Oh, yeah, that's
Okay,
right.
that works.
Spinny, I still want that side bet with James Cook and Brees Hall, though.
hey, when I win this league, I can't wait to rub this in your guys' face. That's all I'm going to say. When Darren Waller's the top 3 tight end, y'all can suck my nuts.
All right, read the last round then, brother.
Whip them out?
Maybe Cam Akers will
Oh,
break down 30
okay.
this year.
All right. All right. Last round.
Right here.
Shit. Hold on. Let me get it up my phone so I can see better. All right. All right. From left to right, we're going 7-1, Javonte Williams. And then we got Dallas Goedert, DeAndre Hopkins, Cam Akers, my boy. Then we got James Conner, Brandon Ayuk, Alvin Kamara, which low-key could be a really good pick. George Kittle, George Pickens. We got back-to-back Georges. And then we got Mike Evans at the 7-10, which that could be a really good pick. It's just under the radar, you know. Everybody's scared of Baker.
Okay, here's the deal. That was the first 7 rounds of the draft. Wonderful job by all of you. It is now speak or forever hold your peace. You have any comments about your team, other teams, anything you want to say before you go? It is up to you right now. Speak or forever hold your peace on Hard-Headed Sports.
Nothing.
I would love for the co-host to come up with a loser punishment. Nothing crazy, but something like you guys could do on the pod, or like a
We'll do
winner
that.
and
That'd be fun.
winner and the loser come on.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Like
Good idea.
something light, but
Are we game?
Yep.
Yeah. As long as it's not like get a
Go for
tattoo
it,
or some
go.
shit, I'm game.
No, it'll be live on Hard-Headed Sports. You'll have to do something.
Yeah, no, that sounds good.
It'll be light. Anything else? We like that addition, Forbes. That'll be in the bylaws. All right. Well,
Good show, boys.
it was a great show. Thank you all for being on. We love you. And Brady, thank you for drafting the worst team. We appreciate you.
I can't wait to beat y'all this year.
Thank you all for being on, and y'all have a wonderful night.
Appreciate y'all.
Take care, guys. Thank you
Peace.
for
Like,
listening.
good stuff.
All right. Here it is. Thank you for being on. Hardies and Hardos, please like, subscribe. This will be an awesome video, so please check it out as much as you possibly can. And we thank you. And
Also, I did not rig the draft order. If you're watching on YouTube and you're seeing Spinny's thing, I did not rig it.
he did rig it, but we love you, Hardies and Hardos, and you have a wonderful week. Thank you for your attention to episode 70, 71, and 72. We love you.
Love y'all.